Friends, let me first tell you a little about this movie. This is the story of two girls who end up trapped on a tower that is 2,000 feet tall. Their names are Hunter and Becky. On this tower, there is nothing to eat and nothing to drink. On top of that, whenever they close their eyes, vultures try to attack them. But now, the real question is, how did these two girls end up on this tower? And were they able to return safely, or did they meet their tragic end here? So friends, the film begins with a mountain climbing scene. Becky is climbing with her husband Dan and her best friend Hunter. They had already climbed quite high. Dan puts his hand inside a small cave on the mountain to get a grip. Suddenly, a bird flies out from inside, causing him to lose his balance. He begins to fall from the mountain, but the safety wire stops him, leaving him hanging in midair. At that moment, both girls move forward to save him. But suddenly his rope breaks and he falls, meeting his tragic end. After this, we are shown a scene 1 year later. Becky has become deeply depressed after Dan's tragic death, and she has started drinking heavily. Her father, James, is worried and tries to console her, but Becky ignores him and leaves for home. One day, Becky takes a large number of pills, attempting a tragic step. Just then, Hunter calls her, preventing her from going through with it. The next day, Hunter visits and says she has a plan to climb the B67 TV tower. She asks Becky to come along, hoping it will help her get out of her depression. Becky initially refuses. The next morning, after some thought, Becky agrees to go with Hunter. Both of them set out toward the tower. On the way, Becky looks through some of Hunter's old photos on her phone. Suddenly, she finds a picture where a boy has his hand on Hunter's shoulder. When Becky asks about the boy, Hunter avoids the question. They reach a hotel and spend the night there. During dinner, in casual conversation, Hunter tells Becky that she is now a YouTube vlogger and manages her travel expenses with the earnings from her channel. Just then, Becky's eyes fall on the tower. Hunter tells her that it's the 4th tallest tower in America. The next morning, they leave for the TV tower. During the drive, Hunter records a vlog for her YouTube channel, telling her viewers that she is going to climb the tower with her best friend. When they arrive at the tower, they see a danger sign with a lock on the gate. They leave their car and start walking on foot. On the way, they see some vultures feeding on the still body of a dead animal, which Hunter posts on her Instagram. Finally, they reach the tower. Its height scares Becky, but Hunter encourages her and ties the safety rope around her waist. They begin climbing, but the tower is very old, badly rusted, and the nuts and bolts of the ladder have started to loosen. After climbing quite high, one of the rods slips from Becky's hand. Seeing this, Becky grows very nervous, but she gathers her courage and starts climbing again. She has now crossed almost halfway. She takes a short rest, drinks some water, and resumes climbing. By now, both of them have reached a height of 1,800 feet, and the wind is blowing stronger and stronger. Becky suggests to Hunter that they should turn back now, but Hunter insists that after coming so high, they must not give up. From here, the climb becomes extremely challenging. Hunter, however, crosses the disc with ease and starts helping Becky. As they near the top, nearly all the nuts and bolts of the ladder have loosened. Finally, reaching the summit, Hunter sets up her vlog. She records with a drone for better shots, then hands the remote to Becky while holding herself on the tower with one hand. After showing Becky, she persuades her to do the same. Becky, who had brought along her husband Dan's ashes, scatters them and both become emotional. Becky now tells Hunter that it's time to climb down. After tying the safety rope, Becky takes her first step, but the ladder breaks. She begins to fall, yet Hunter somehow manages to save her. Terrified, Becky starts crying. They check their phones only to find there's no network. On the tower, they spot an emergency box containing binoculars and a flare gun, but neither proves helpful. Frightened, Becky starts shouting at Hunter, who calms her down, saying perhaps the sound of the ladder breaking will attract help. So, they wait. Hunter notices that Becky's leg is injured from the fall and quickly ties her shirt around it. In casual conversation, Becky asks why Hunter started vlogging, and Hunter inadvertently mentions Dan's name. Becky grows suspicious, but remains silent. Later, Hunter checks her phone and notices her previous post. An idea strikes her. If they posted earlier, there might still be network down below. She writes a help message, places the phone inside her shoe, stuffs socks around it, and lowers it with a rope. Unfortunately, all their efforts go to waste. During this time, Becky notices a tattoo on Hunter's leg, the number 143. She recalls that Jack used to use this code for I love you, but she chooses to ignore it. While thinking of a way to climb down, they spot a man and his dog through the binoculars. They shout for help, but their voices cannot reach the ground. They realize the phone they lowered has broken, rendering this attempt useless. As the man begins to leave, Becky throws her shoes at him, but that fails too. She suggests firing the flare gun, but Hunter stops her, saying it's still daytime, they will wait until night. Just then, they spot two men who had come for a party. As night falls, Becky fires the flare gun, which catches the men's attention. The girls turn on their phone lights and call for help, but instead of helping, the men steal their car and drive away. Both girls are heartbroken. Later, Becky questions Hunter about her tattoo. Hunter apologizes and admits that she had an affair with Becky's husband Jack for 6 months. But Jack truly loved Becky, so he ended things with Hunter. Becky becomes deeply sorrowful, feeling betrayed by both her husband and her best friend. The next morning, both of them feel hungry, but their bag, which had food and water, was lying on the disc below. Then Hunter decides to reach that bag and starts going down with the help of the safety rope. But her safety rope could not reach the disc, so she unties herself, hangs on the rope, and jumps to reach the bag. After drinking water, she ties the bag to the rope and jumps back to hang on herself. Becky begins pulling her up. At one point, the rope slips from Hunter's hands and she falls. Terrified, Becky looks down and sees Hunter still hanging and quickly pulls her back up. After losing her husband, she refuses to lose Hunter too. Becky writes a help message and places it inside the drone, hoping it will reach a nearby hotel. But the drone has no battery, so it fails, and she brings it back. That night, while sleeping, Becky dreams that Hunter has perished, with vultures feeding on her motionless body. She wakes in shock, realizing it was only a dream. The next morning, Becky decides to charge the drone using the tower's power. She climbs up to the plug, but it's loose, forcing her to sit while charging. Vultures attack and her hands start going numb as she clings to the tower. Once the drone is fully charged, she climbs down. Becky attempts to send the drone to the hotel, but it collides with a truck before arriving. Evening comes and the worsening weather scares her. Sleepy, she wants to rest, but Hunter warns her not to, as vultures might attack. Becky asks for Hunter's shoe, but Hunter says it's still down on the disc. Then Becky looks down, and at that moment, the story takes a new turn. It's revealed that when Hunter fell on the disc, she had already died. Becky had been hallucinating, sensing Hunter's presence. Now, she's completely alone. She quickly records a message for her father, telling him she wants to come home. Her father, meanwhile, had been trying to call her. The next morning, while Becky is asleep, a vulture starts eating the flesh from her wound. Now Becky is also very hungry, so she takes down that vulture and eats it, which gives her some energy. After this, Becky climbs down to the disc with the help of the rope where Hunter's lifeless body lies. From there, she records a message for her father, saying that she is trapped on this tower. Now she places her phone inside Becky's shoe, but this time she places the shoe into Hunter's still body and throws it down. Finally, the message reaches her father. When he reaches near the tower, he sees policemen covering a motionless body. He thinks that his daughter might have met her end, but then he sees Becky and becomes overjoyed. From here, Becky happily goes home with her father. Friends, how did you like this movie explanation? Do let us know in the comments box. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video. Till then, take care. Bye-bye.